Hello, my name is Jim Johnston, Principal Engineer and Business Director for Bath Process Safety Management located in Corpus Christi, Texas. We have created a set of informative videos in order to provide you with a basic understanding of various codes and recommended practices that relates to process electrical safety. We hope you find these videos informative and insightful. Should you have any questions or comments, please feel free to direct those comments to our website at www.bathpsm.com.
Can you define the material groups associated with hazardous classified locations?
I will answer this question by first stating I am limiting the following information on material groups to only those associated with the division concept and not the zone concept. Okay, let's start at the beginning. The National Electrical Code states that areas in a production unit or facility must be classified based on the physical properties of the materials that are handled, produced, or stored. To make designing and purchasing electrical equipment easier for locations which have process materials with similar physical properties, industry has accepted the recommended practice of dividing the flammable and combustible materials into material groups. The National Electrical Code provides the definition for these material groups and associates them with the specific classification of Class 1 for gases and vapors and Class 2 for combustible dust. You'll note I didn't mention a material group for Class 3 classifications associated with easily ignitable fibers or flyings. That's because there isn't a group for Class 3 classifications by definition. So now let's talk about material groups for Class 1 and Class 2 areas. To keep this answer simple, again, I'm going to present the material groups without giving specific definitions for each. You can refer to the National Electrical Code for the specific chemical or testing parameters which define particular material groups. Now let's cover Class 1 areas, which include flammable gases or vapors. Class 1, Division 1, and Division 2 uses the terminology of A, B, C, and D for the material groups. Nfpa 497, Table 4.4.2, in the 2012 edition gives the material groups for various selected chemicals. Nfpa 497 is titled Recommended Practice for the Classification of Flammable Liquids, Gases, or Vapors, and of Hazardous Classified Locations for Electrical Installation in Chemical Process Areas. Now let's discuss a Class 2 area, which includes combustible dust. Class 2, Division 1 and 2, and uses the terminology of E, F, and G for the material groups. NFPA 499, Table 4.5.2, in the 2008 edition, gives the material group for selected combustible dust. NFPA 499 is titled Recommended Practice for the Classification of Combustible Dust and of Hazardous Classified Locations for Electrical Installation in Chemical Process Areas. As a reminder, for Class 1 areas, the Hazardous Area Classification Assessment for a location is complete only when the classification, material grouping, and temperature class T code is provided. For Class 2 areas, the Hazardous Area Classification Assessment for a location is considered complete only when the area classification, material grouping, and ignition temperature of the dust is provided. If you or someone in your organization desires additional information or services regarding this topic, please choose the link in this video description or go directly to our website at www.bathpsm.com.